Hey guys, gonna give you a May update on our Lockjaw Bass Club May tournament, Calcasieu River. Man, it was a good tournament. It really was. No big fish, and we're not expecting that right now from the Calcasieu. We seldom ever expect it from the Calcasieu, to be honest with you. But normally, you can expect a 3-4 pounder, whatever, in a bag somewhere. The deal with the Calcasieu right now, for those that don't know, Hurricane Laura came through, and yeah, I think I put that on other videos also. I mean, it tore that river up. It came right up our throats. It had a huge fish kill. But the river, and it does this after every big hurricane. It replenishes quickly, and it comes back strong, and that's what it's doing right now. There are a ton of fish on the river. It is unbelievable. We caught fish. I mean, they're showing up right now like crazy. The average, I'm thinking, is between 12 inches and 13 to 14 inches. More so 12 to 13. You're getting a few 14s in there, maybe some a little bit bigger, but average wise, you're looking between 12 and 13 inches. And there's another, I guess, we've been a couple of years out from Laura, so you're going to have different size, schools and stuff. There's a ton of 11-inch fish, 10 and 11-inch. There's a group of those that are just unbelievable. So we're going strong. The river's fishing really well right now. If you want to go catch a bunch of fish, you can go to the river right now and tear them up. Everybody I talked to, it didn't matter what they were throwing, they were catching. From top water to worms to spinnerbaits to, anything they were throwing, they were catching. I know me and Susie I caught quite a few on a frog. We caught a bunch on soft plastics. It was a good day. I culled everything I had, which culling is I'm culling a 0.98 to a 1 pounder, but that was all day. It was crazy. I think everybody I talked to was having, the same problem, just catching fish. That's not a problem, but you know what I mean. It was a good tournament. We had a good weather. The river conditions were good. It's a little muddy right now, but it's not bad. It's not that chocolate milk muddy, but it's about 2 weeks ago it was chocolate milk muddy. Right now it's starting to clear up, especially north. It's a lot clearer up north than it is midway and south. Now it's not as clear as I've seen it. North end's normally really clear. I'll say really clear for the river. It's normally pretty good. It's not there yet. I think probably by next week it's going to. I think the whole river system should be good by next week, unless something crazy goes on. There's no rain in sight, so this river's gonna settle out. So that's a good thing. I think we're gonna have some good fishing on the river for a while. So to get into the tournament, let's just go. What we had 20 guys fishing. Not a bad turnout. I think we would have had. I know we would have had a few more. There's some other tournaments going on. They had the McDonald's at Toledo Bend. I think we had a couple of members over there fishing. There's just some stuff going on, so we should have had a few more people fishing, but it's good. 20's not bad at all. First place went to Austin Brown and Joey Romero. They had, for the river, man, right now, this is an impressive stringer, 9.07. That's a good stringer, 5 fish. By the way, every team had 5 fish. Every team, and almost every individual had 5 fish. It was a good tournament. Second place went to Shane Cormier and Lee Lyles with 809. Another impressive stringer right now on the river. Third place went to Mike Brown and Jesse Broussard with 756. Solid stringer right now. Good stuff. And I know for guys that are hearing these weights, they're probably like, really, but that for the river, that's good, man. Especially now after what we've been seeing. That's some good size stringers for the river. Uh, big bass was 2.84. That's a good fish right now on the river. I mean, hey man, just good stuff all the way around. A lot of 5-pound stringers, some heavier 4s, which is about what I was talking about. You know, that 12-inch to 13-inch fish, you know, and there are just a ton of them. So looking, man, next year, you know, barring we don't get smacked with another hurricane or something like that, you know, next couple of years, I think this river is going to fish really well. I think, you know, probably you're going to start seeing, you know, more 10-pound stringers, you know, in a couple of years, probably some 12, 13-pound stringers winning these tournaments, all the way across the board on the river. I'm talking anybody fishing, open tournaments, club tournaments, whatever. The next couple of years, I think it's going to get strong, barring we don't have another catastrophe over here. Fishing really well, man. Fishing good. You want to go down there and catch. You just want to go get bit. Right now is the time to go to the river. You can get bit. It's pretty good. Let's look at our stats here. Let's go to AOY first. So we'll do the top 10. Let's go with first place right now is Jimmy Brown with 597. Second place, Austin Brown with 570. Third place, me, Jared LeBlue with 561. Fourth place, John Ledoux with 554. Trenton Smith is holding out in fifth for 553. And Casey McDonald is 548. That's wrapping out the top 6 for right now. Let's see. Chad Lejean is in 7th place with 518. Leslie Bonin is 8th place with 504. 9th place is Greg Smith with 496. And 10th place is Joey Romero with 478. Now, where are we at on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, for those watching the top 10 and thinking about where you at, if you're below that or you're somewhere in the mix, that's 6 tournaments so far. So, those guys that have fished 6 tournaments are now going to go into their drops. So here's where you're going to start seeing some changes. This next tournament will show some changes in this top 10, especially those that have fished 6 tournaments, because you're going to be dropping out your lower and holding on to your better. So for those that have 6, you're going to start seeing them drops. For those that don't have 6, you're going to start seeing them come up. So if somebody hadn't fished 5 or hadn't fished 6 and they have only 5, and next month they fish in 6, they may come out of nowhere and jump up in here. So just keep an eye on it for those that are interested. You know, no one's out of this thing. I say no one's out of it. You know, if you're trying for it, you're probably not out of it right now. We had some tough tournaments early in the season, so you'll start seeing some stuff drop out and some people picking up. So it's a good deal. Let's see. We're going to go to the lake stats. All right. Calcasieu River, May. 20 anglers fishing. 78 fish were caught for 84 pounds, 84.78 pounds. Now, here's where this is kind of misleading. We had some guest fish. We had, and I think 2 of the guests had limits, but we don't weigh guest individuals because they're not in the top 10 thing. So they just add, if they got a fish that can add, or 2 fish, whatever, that can add to the team bag, they add to that. So, you know, with 7, they showing 78 fish caught. You could probably literally say 88 fish caught. 80, and I think one of the other guests had it. So 89, 90. So we'd be somewhere in the 90 range probably of fish caught, which makes more sense because almost, like I said, almost everybody had a limit. And the weight, again, you know, we would never know the total pounds without knowing their thing. But that's with club members, that's what you're looking at without the guests. 78 fish caught, 84.78 total weight. Let's see, average fish was 1.09. Like I said, right in that 12-inch to 13-inch range. Those fish, there was just a bunch of them. Average stringer, 4.24. That falls right in there. Big bass, 284. That's a good fish right now. That's a solid fish. And I gave you all the weights already from the winning teams. Individual limits, again, there were 14, but that's club members. There should be 2 more added to that. It should be 16 total individual limits. And team limits, 10, which is everybody, which is good. I mean, every team. Not too bad. Tournament members, fish year to date. Okay. So that's pretty much the report. I don't know if we have anything else. I don't know if anybody wants to know, if I didn't call out your name in the top 10, you want to know where you at. You know, this may be posted on band. I'm not sure. If not, you can contact me. I'll look up the sheet and tell you where you're at. Tell you how you're doing, what you need to do to get to the top 10. So anyway, we'll be fishing in June at Toledo Bend. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. We can pray for clouds and maybe a little rain or something just to cool us down a little bit. I don't know how that one's going to be. It's going to be tough. They're pulling water out of Toledo as we speak. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to fish. If they don't lower it too bad, you know, it could play in. It's gonna. I don't know. If they lower it a lot, it's going to be tough on a lot of people, I believe. If they hold it pretty good, you know, you got something to throw at, it might not be bad. I don't know. This is going to be a weird tournament. We don't normally fish Toledo in the day in June, so we'll see, man. It might be bang up. We might get out there and tear them up. I hope so. I really do. After Toledo is July tournament. I want to say it's the Calcasieu. No, the Sabine, and then we go to the Calcasieu in August, and then our top 10 tournament is right after that, and it's at the Calcasieu again. So that'll be the wrap of our year. I think so far, man, we're not doing too bad. We had some tough tournaments, but this last one kind of, I think, revitalized us a little bit. I think everybody was excited that we caught fish for once. The weather was right for once. You know, I mean, just everything played in good. So it was a good deal. It's good to be back on the Calcasieu. It's good to be catching fish on the Calcasieu again, which is great. And there's some bigger sacks to be had out there, and you got to work for them, but they're there. But there are just a ton of fish out there. So it's a good deal. I think in the next couple of years it's going to be even better. So till our next report, which will be after in a couple of weeks, actually. Hopefully I'll have a good report for y'all. Till then, see y'all later.